It was only 2 years ago that Stockport County got promotion from non-league football to League 2. And they nearly got back-to-back promotions, however, in the playoffs last year, Carlisle put a stop to that. However, this year, no chances have been taken as they've been promoted from League 2 to League 1 as champions. They're living the dream right now, and I'm going to make sure that dream continues. Because in today's video, I'm going to become Stockport County's new manager. The goals are to continue to help them climb the ladder of English football and ultimately, guys, make them the best team in the world. So here we are, guys, season 1 with Stockport County, and this is the lineup in front of us. And already I'm not a fan of it because it's a 5 at the back formation, but to be fair, it's a half-decent squad. I mean, this former championship player Nick Powell, who's 29, 68 overall, I think he moved from Stoke City to Stockport County not too long ago. I'm not too sure why, but that's just such a bizarre move. And they've got some pretty good youngsters too, like Louis Barry, who's a winger currently on loan to them from Aston Villa, and also striker Isaac Olaofi, who's 23 and 62 rated, could potentially become an absolute monster. But speaking of loan players, Stockport have got 4 on loan to them right now, all from top teams, well, apart from Port Vale, who've actually just got relegated to League 2. However, Stockport's budget actually fits a League 1 side, guys. 3 million in total for season 1, and honestly, that's not bad at all. And I keep mentioning Stockport being a League 1 team. We have thrown them in League 1 alongside Wrexham, who've also been promoted. So overall, guys, whilst on paper this team doesn't look like anything much, I promise you, when you look closer, there's some bloody decent players in Stockport County's squad, but not with this formation. But we're going to change that, don't worry. We're changing it to the 4-3-3 attacking variation. This will make all the sense in the world when I eventually show you the team I'm rocking with. And we're using the wing play tactical vision with this formation. I honestly think these pair paired together are so overpowered in FC24. And prior to spending any money, guys, this is, in my opinion, the strongest starting level we can field with Stockport County. Now, that does beg the question, doesn't it? We've got 3 million to spend. What am I actually going to spend it on? Well, I think one part to that answer is very obvious. Louis Barry's only 20, 64 overall, only worth 1.2 million as well, so I reckon we can get him for maybe 850 to 900,000. But the second part to this answer, I bet you didn't see coming. I'm going for Ethan Bristow, currently on loan to us right now. He's only 21, 65 rated, same market value as Louis Barry too. But when I was signing these guys, I underestimated how expensive they were going to be, but I fully believe that both of these players are going to be well worth the money. Now, we do still have 1 million to spend, and after going through the entire squad, there is one position I'd love to improve. I want a better and younger keeper than the ones we've currently got. In Oxford United's Jamie Cumming looks absolutely bang on. He's 23, 66 overall. I reckon he's going to take us from League 1 all the way to the Prem. And guys, considering he only cost us £860,000 to bring over to Stockport County, I definitely feel like it's worth finding out if he can. But now that we've spent some money, it's time to make a little bit back, as all 4 of these players are indeed going out on loan, primarily just to make sure that the other players in their positions are actually getting the game time I want them to get. Because this is how the team is lining up going into season 1, as you already know. And honestly, I'm not expecting any fairy tale ending. I know it's very unrealistic to expect another promotion. But one thing I'm not expecting us to do is get our backsides handed to us, man. If that actually does happen, I'll be pretty damn disappointed. But judging by the players' improvement this year, I don't think that's happened. Louis Barry, Jamie Cumming, just look at some of our improvement, man. This is actually insane. Especially Louis Barry, though, only 20 years old, gone from 64 rated to 72 rated, man. What an absolute beast. Cost us less than $1 million, this guy did too. And I'm not being funny, these aren't the stats of a team that got their backsides handed to them. Isaac Olaofi, Louis Barry, and also Nick Powell all getting at least 17 goal contributions. I'll be honest, I was expecting a little bit more from Odin Bailey, but he's still only in his mid-20s. He's still got a lot of time to improve. And judging by the team morale, guys, I think I've severely underestimated just how good Stockport County are. Maybe we've legitimately done way better than I thought we would. This is actually nuts, guys. We're in the playoffs alongside Peterborough, Bolton Wanderers, and fellow promoted team Wrexham. This is insane, guys. I know that Stockport County have got a good squad, guys, believe me, but I did not think it was going to be this good. And look at this, guys. We're playing Wrexham in the playoff final after battering Bolton 3-0 in the semis. 2 newly promoted teams are fighting for back-to-back promotions at Wembley. What a story. Who is going to finish theirs, though? Wrexham go up and we stay down, man. That is heartbreaking, man. I thought for sure we were actually going to get one over them. But unfortunately, guys, Stockport County aren't Cody Rhodes. They ain't finishing their story just yet. But we had a very decent FA Cup run, you know, round 4 before getting knocked out by Liverpool. But we got smashed in round 1 of the FA Cup by Leicester City. And we only made it to round to the BSM trophy. You know what, guys? All things considered, I'd say season 1's been a massive W. You've got to remember, Stockport are a newly promoted side and they almost got back-to-back promotions. But I think that means our expectations next year have just risen astronomically. Anything less than automatic promotion in season 2 is a massive L in my opinion. But before we get to season 2, guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. We're currently racing Raman to 100,000 subscribers and I simply cannot let him beat me. And if you feel the same way, guys, drop a like on this video, help me out and smash that subscribe button. But back to business, guys, we're now into season 2 and as you can see, I have just signed a player, but this player in particular I believe is going to guarantee us automatic promotion. I just signed Carlos Adriano for 2.8 million. He's 23 years old, 72 rated, levels above our midfielders right now. And just look at that midfield with the addition of Carlo Adriano. It's absolutely boss, man. We just need to sort this defense out and we're good to go. So I'm signing Barnsley defender Mael D. Gavigny. He's 24, he's 68 overall. He's fairly well rounded too for a centre back and he's just what we need to get promoted in my opinion. And there we go, guys. For just £1.6 million, we've signed him on a 4-year deal and that's our transfer window done for season 2. But are these signings actually going to help us get promotion to the championship this year, or is last season going to prove to be a one-hit wonder? Well, guys, it certainly wasn't a one-hit wonder. We have been promoted to the championship as champions of League 1. Beautiful. We've even won the BSM trophy as well, beating Fleetwood to do it. I swear to God, since it's changed from the Papa John's trophy to the BSM trophy, we've won it a whole lot more. We did, however, only make it to round 3 of the FA Cup. But we did way better in the Carabao Cup, guys, making it to round 4 this time. I cannot believe what this team has achieved this year, man. Champions of League 1 and we won the Bristol Street Motors trophy before we aren't able to compete for it anymore. That is absolutely amazing. And so are these stats, man. Louis Barry, Isaac Oluwafi, Nick Powell, Carlo Adriano. Look at them go, man. These guys are ballers. But I've got to be honest, from 60 games, only 6 goal contributions from Odin Bailey. I mean, that's legitimately terrible, isn't it? Maybe we will have to consider selling this guy next year and getting somebody a little bit better. But in season 2, we've got to be focusing on the wins that we've had. We've won the League 1 title and been automatically promoted, and we've won the Bristol Street Motors trophy. I feel like the future is so bright with Stockport County, and the best thing is we are nowhere near done with this team yet. Realistically, our journey with them has only just begun. But here we are, guys. It's a brand new season with Stockport County and we've got a brand new challenges. We are finally in the championship. And obviously with that promotion comes promotion money. 9 million in total is what we've got to spend in season 3. But I genuinely feel like, having seen the team, if we spend this money right, we can get back-to-back promotions. Now the first player I want to replace is Bailey in that right winger position. He's just not good enough, is he? He's not producing goals, he's not producing assists, he's not really producing anything. I'd also like a better centre mid than Collor. I mean, there's obviously other areas of the pitch that I could do with focusing on, but realistically, guys, a solid midfield is always decent, isn't it? And if we do have enough money, I'd like a better centre back than Horsfall. He's 68 overall, he's almost 30 years old, man. The only reason he's not a top priority to replace right now is because he is our captain. But I've just worked this out. We may just be able to pull this off. 9 million split between 3 players, excluding contracts. That's 2.5 million per player. So if we get this right, guys, we can definitely make it work. Now, starting front to back this time, I'm going for Norwegian winger Jacob Eng. He's only 20, 68 overall. I mean, this guy looks like an absolute baller in the making, and I'm willing to take a chance on it. But I'm approaching this quite differently. I'm offering 1.5 million along with Odin Bailey. If we're to get 3 transfers in this transfer window, we've got to be quite strategic, and this is the way to do it. They want 2.1 million. Okay, so they want Odin Bailey, but they want a little bit more money. Let's go for 1.8 million instead. And there we go. There's 1 player down, 2 to go. I've also spent 3.2 million on Inter Miami's Diego Gomez to go into that centre midfield role. He's 22, 73 rated. I feel like we've just landed on a gold mine here. And I'm really happy with this, guys. We've got 3 million left to spend. That means we can actually improve our defence. So I'm going to rob another Sheffield Wednesday player, guys. Deshaun Bernard. He's 24, he's 72 overall. And let's be honest, guys, he is way too good to be in League 1. And there we go, guys. For the total amount of 2 million, and our centre-back Pi is now officially a Stockport County player. And geez, look at the state of this team now, guys. Our defence looks good. Our midfield trio has got to be one of the strongest in the championship as well. Not to mention, we've probably got one of the best players in the championship in Louis Barry, and we've got one of the brightest prospects in the championship in Eng on the right-hand side of the pitch. Don't count us us out in the championship, I genuinely feel like a playoff position is on the cards if we can play well on the pitch. And judging by our improvement this year, I reckon we've done just that. Look at some of our players now, man. Not only are these championship caliber players, some of these guys are Premier League standard already. But the stats on the other hand aren't that impressive. In fact, I'd go as far to say these are the worst stats we've had so far as Stockport's manager. But looking at the players' morales, everybody looks dead happy. I'm officially puzzled, guys. I don't know whether we've done well or we've done poorly at this point. Well, this is a humbling experience, guys. We're 15th in the championship. I cannot believe at the start of this season I said we could get playoffs, man. We were nowhere near it in the end. We've got a lot of work to do, guys. We finished on 60 points. Coventry City, who finished 6th in the championship, got 76 points. Season 4, we've definitely got to be a bit ruthless, I think. It was a calamity in the FA Cup as well, as we only made it to round 3. And we only made it to round 3 of the Carabao Cup too. But guys, back to the championship table. When you take a closer look at how we did, we banged goals in left, right and centre, but we also conceded a lot of goals, so it's very obvious what we need to do. We need to throw some money at our defence next year, guys, and defo bring in a better keeper than Cumming. He did well for us in the last 2 seasons, however this year he's definitely let us down. I'm just hoping we get the budget to help us make this happen, because if we don't, we might be spending yet another year in the championship. But ladies and gents, the board have well and truly backed us up, and the goalkeeper I've just brought in is going to elevate Stockport County to that next level. I've just signed James Beadle for 7 million from Brighton. He's 21, 75 rated, showing great potential as you can clearly see as well. And for those of you wondering why have I signed a Premier League player when there's no chance in hell a Premier League player will want to go to a mid-table championship team, well, let me just explain to you why. Brighton's starting keeper is Bart Verbruggen, who's 82 overall and 23 years old. Are you honestly insinuating to me that James Beadle's going to get game time over this guy? Not a chance. At least with us, he's going to get game time and he's going to massively improve too. Now, I'm very aware that our right back right now is our weakest link in the starting 11, but with the quality he's literally surrounded by in the team, I don't think it's going to make too much difference. But with James Beadle now in between the sticks, I am beyond confident now that we can not only do way better than last year, we can definitely push for promotion. And that's exactly what we've got, guys. We are finally in the Premier League with Stockport County, from non-league football to top flight football in less than 10 years. And just look at our goals for and against this time, man. Our front 3 bang goals in for fun, and our goalkeeper actually prevented them going in this time. But he unfortunately couldn't do that in the FA Cup as we got knocked out in round 3. But we did make it to round 4 of the Carabao Cup, just losing out to Villa. And when you look at these stats this year, man, they're so superior to last year's, and it's not even close. And do you know what else is superior? The improvement this year. Barry's now 84 rated, Beadle's now 79 rated, Gomez, Eng especially, man, 79 rated. Now, what a player he's turned into already. The best thing about this team, guys, majority of them are actually Premier League standard already. There's only a couple of players and positions we realistically do need to focus on for our first season in the Prem, especially when you consider who we're going to be playing against next year. I mean, the top 4, Man City, United, Spurs and Aston Villa, those teams are no joke, ladies and gents. I just hope that the board take notice of what we've done in the last 4 years, because if they don't, I fear our first season in the Prem is definitely going to be a rough one. But thankfully, the board have backed us, and then some. 73 million is what we've got to spend for our first season in the Prem. And let's be honest, guys, when you look at the starting 11, it doesn't take a genius to work out where I'm going to put that money. For starters, we definitely need a better right back than this dude. He's 30 years old now, he's 70 rated, he'd get absolutely decimated in the Prem. I'm also replacing Mayaldi Gavigny in that centre-back role. As you can see from his development plan, it'll take him 74 weeks to improve, and in the Prem, that just simply isn't good enough when you're only 76 overall. And I think this play is the most obvious one. Nick Powell is getting replaced. He's 33 years old, he's 74 overall, he's going to go down in overall this year, and quite frankly, I want to get ahead of the curve. So I spent 19.3 million on Kamori Doumbia. He's only 24, he's 79 overall. I reckon not only is this guy going to elevate the team, he's going to turn into a bit of a beast along the way too. As for the centre-back, I'm going for recently relegated Amin Al-Dakil. I mean, he's 25, he's 78 overall, and he's absolutely rapid, and I think he's going to do way better under me than he did at Burnley. As for the weakest part of the team, we're giving it its biggest upgrade. Thierry Correia is that man I'm bringing in for it as well. He's 28, 82 overall. This guy's an absolute beast as well, and we're going to get at least 4 good years out of him. And just like that, for £46 million, we brought both of these players in on 4-year deals. And if I do say so myself, guys, this team looks pretty damn strong going into its first season in the Premier League, and honestly, I don't think we've got to worry about relegation in the slightest. I mean, you got teams like Leeds United, Leicester City, Sheffield United, Tottenham Hotspur, all teams I believe we're better than, so I will be very, very surprised if we're anywhere near the relegation zone come the end of this year. And I was bang on the money, guys. We are almost smack bang mid-table, and Jesus, Aston Villa fell off, man. Last year they finished in the top 4, now they're in the bloody bottom half of the table. United also finished 9th in the Prem, and Chelsea finished 7th, but to be fair, that's actually probably better than what they do in real life. But we had a stinker in the FA Cup as we got knocked out in round 3. And we got knocked out in round 2 of the Carabao Cup as well, just to put the icing on top of the cake. But guys, look at the team, man. Look at this team. Majority of the players now are 80 rated or above, man. Going into our second year in the Prem, I reckon we're going to do way better than just 12th in the league. And it's the same player every year, banging goals in for fun. 19 goals, 3 assists, and 40 games for Louis Barry. And it's just dawned on me how expensive some of our players actually are. Look at Louis Barry, for God's sake, 79 million. If we get a massive offer for some of these players next year, I might have to take it, because that money could do wonders for this squad. And to be fair, guys, we might need it, because with us finishing in a mid-table position, there's no way in hell we're going to get 70+ million again next year. But guys, I am pleasantly surprised at how much money we've actually got. 64 million to spend in our second year in the Prem, and I know exactly where to put this money. I'm bringing a bit more quality to our defence, primarily a better left back than Bristow and a better centre back than Bernard. Because if you go back and look how many goals we conceded last year, we conceded way more than we scored, and that is a problem we've got to fix. Now, you could say Ola Ofe is worth replacing as well, because he hasn't been banging goals in for fun like our wingers, and to be honest, guys, you would be right. But we've got 2 wingers already banging goals in for fun, so they are making up for Ola Ofe's absence, really. And to be honest, guys, in my experience, it's always better to have a better defence than a better attack. So I'm going to start improving the defence by bringing in fullback Kasum Uwatara from Real Sociedad, only 23, 81 overall. This guy looks like a little bit of a beast, you know. And following him is Maxime Esteve from Udinese. He's only 26 himself in 82 overall, and he's a massive improvement on Bernard. And £55 million later, we've signed both of these players on permanent deals. I'm just hoping that these pair can actually make a positive difference to Stockport County, because if they don't, then we've got more problems than I'm aware of. Now, this just doesn't make any sense. We are 13th in the Premier League this year, when last season with a much weaker side, we finished 12th. I don't get what we're doing wrong, guys. We're scoring more goals than Chelsea, who were a top side in English football. We've conceded way less than last year. I mean, where are we going wrong? Okay, I'm officially stumped. We've beaten Man United to win the FA Cup, so somehow we've got Europa League football next year. How do we do so poorly in the Prem but do so well domestically? That just doesn't make any shred of sense. But we're back to normal in the FA Cup, as we only made it to round 2. Now, I'm not being funny. This is a top 10 team in the Premier League. Yes, there's a lot of weaknesses still in this side that we do need to sort out, but for the most part, we're definitely better than just a mid-table spot. But the stats this year are tremendous in comparison to last year. Louis Barry, Eng, and also our striker Isaac Olofe, all bagging goals left, right and centre. I can't believe we finished 13th in the Prem, 1 place lower than last year, but somehow we've got Europa League football, man. Football is just a crazy game, ain't it? But one thing's for certain, guys, that budget better be on point, because we need to put some work into this team to make sure it's ready for the Europa League. Now, guys, we're starting the new season with a transfer offer for Louis Barry from Arsenal. 156.4 million we've been offered for him, man. I'm really struggling to say no to this as well. Our assistant reckons we can get upwards to 188.2 million as well for him, man. That is a lot of money to say no to. Now, the thing is, the board have given us 97 million to spend, so we're not exactly short for cash this year. And as you can see, guys, the team morale is sky high as well. However, I fear if we sell Louis Barry the same season we go into the Europa League for the first time with Stockport County, then that morale might stoop down very low, because they might be thinking, what the hell am I playing at, selling our highest rated player? So for that reason, guys, I'm going to have to decline this. However, if we do get an offer over 175 million, I'm going to have to go for it. But that does beg the question, what am I going to do with this 97 million now? Well, that's quite simple, really. Improve our midfield duo of Carlo, Adriano and Gomez, and also bring in a better striker than Ola Ofe if we have the money for it. I know that Ola Ofe is by a mile the weakest link in the team, but we've got Louis Barry and Eng on the wings, man. They can definitely do a job for him where he can't. However, our midfield is by a mile the weakest area in our starting 11, and if we go into the Europa League with this midfield, we'll get absolutely annihilated. So it's for that reason I'm bringing in Belgian centre midfielder Nicolas Raskin. He's 28, 84 overall, and just look at those stats, man. How well-rounded is this guy? And joining him is Giovanni Fabian from Werder Bremen, 26 years old, 83 overall, and just like Raskin, those stats are incredibly well-rounded. Two box-to-box midfielders are just what we're after too. And there we go, guys. Just like that, our business in the transfer window has indeed concluded, but business elsewhere this season is just about to pick up. Because we're in Group D of the Europa League alongside AZ Alkmaar, Malmo and Panathinaikos. And with the quality we've added to the team this year, there's no reason why we can't at least make the quarters in that competition, at the very least make it out to the group stage. But we've done better than I could have possibly imagined. We've won the Europa League, beating Lazio 3-0 in the final, so no matter what, we've got Champions League football for Season 8. I honestly don't care how we've done in the Premier League, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. The fact we've done this in our first attempt is genuinely insane. And you know what? We've even smashed it in the Premier League, guys. Top 6 football, only 1 point outside the top 4 too. By the way, have you seen who finished inside the top 4? Everton, Brentford, West Ham and Spurs won the Premier League. Oh, come on, man. Really? I don't mind West Ham, Brentford or Everton, but did the bottle jobs really have to win the bloody Premier League, EA? And to top it off, guys, Arsenal absolutely kicked our backsides in the Community Shield final. But to be fair, we did make it to round 5 of the FA Cup. But we got knocked out in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. This season's been wacky, hasn't it? Loads of swings and roundabouts. But just look at the team, man. Everybody's so happy, and more importantly, everybody's really improving. Even our striker has. And Jacob Eng this time's our top goal contributor. 22 goals, 7 assists and 57 games. It's not amazing for a 90 rated player, but it's still not bad either. But I might be going crazy, guys, but this formation I feel like doesn't really suit the wing play tactical vision. In my opinion, the wingers have to be the highest men on the pitch, but realistically, it's not our striker is. And to be honest, I don't really fancy changing the tactical vision because our 2 best players are in fact our wingers. So I feel like next year we do make a couple of changes for the better. A couple of players are going to get sold to make way for others that we're going to bring in, and we're certainly going to change the formation to better suit our tactical vision and our wingers. Now guys, here we are in the new season, and as you can see, I've been quite busy. I've sold Doumbia and I've sold our striker Isaac Olaoff for the combined total of what, 70 odd million? And that gives us 190 million in total to spend this year, man, and we didn't even have to sell Louis Barry to get this amount of dough. As for the formation, I've indeed gone for the false 9. It kind of just makes sense because in this formation, the wingers are the furthest men up the pitch. But with us selling our striker and our cam, we need to bring in a centre forward and a centre midfielder. Now, you might have noticed I put Raskin in the CDM role. That's because I'm training him to be a CDM. It'll only take him 2 weeks, and I've got a funny feeling he's going to jump up an overall when he's actually trained to be a CDM. As for the transfers, if I'm bringing players in, I want them to be at the top level, which is why I'm going for Alias Ben Seguir from Arsenal. I mean, just look at him. It speaks for itself, really. He's 25, 85 overall. I can't think of a single better centre forward to bring into the team. And following him is Ivan Illich from RC Celta. He's 29, 85 overall, and he's left-footed, which is perfect because we need a left-footed left centre midfielder. But let me tell you something, guys. They weren't cheap. £190 million was spent to bring both of these players to Stockport County. But incredibly, we've still got just under 60 million to spend, and funnily enough, I know exactly what we can do with this money. I'm going to throw it all at the defence where Esteve plays. I mean, he's a good player, don't get it twisted, but if we want to be competing for the Premier League title and the UCL, we've got to get someone better than this dude. And I figured, why not go for one of the top dogs in the Premier League? In our case, that's Everton, so I'm going for Lucas Beraldo. He's 26, 86 rated, and this guy looks like a monster, doesn't he? The only problem is he's a little bit out of our price range, so if we are to make this deal happen, we're going to have to be pretty good at negotiating. But over the years, I have become pretty good at it. I'm giving them Maxime Esteve alongside 37 million. But they don't want any of that. They want 75 million. Guys, I ain't going to be able to afford it. But I'm going to try once more, 50 million alongside Carlo Adriano. That's 75 million, guys. That's basically exactly what they asked for. And this time, they do accept it. that was a very close call, but in the end, we made this deal happen. And there he is, guys, in the Stockport County shirt. He's going to wear that number 2, but more importantly, he's going to take our defense to that next level. And I'm hoping I'm right in saying that because we are in the Champions League for the first time with Stockport in Group E alongside Lazio, Leipzig and Celtic. But look at this team, for goodness sake, man. I'm not being funny. Not only should we be competing in the UCL, we should be contenders to win the bloody Premier League, especially if teams like Spurs are winning it. We can definitely do it. This is just so deflating, man. Spurs have won the Premier League again. I mean, what the hell is going on in this career mode save, man? What are they feeding the bottle jobs? We also pretty much got knocked out straight away in the FA Cup. But hang on, we've won the Carabao Cup beating Brighton to do it, so that's one trophy we've won this year. And we've won the Super Cup beating Man City to do it. If we can beat Man City, we can beat bloody anybody, I'm telling you. And this is proof we've topped our group stage with absolutely flying colours, and Celtic join us in the round of 16. Leipzig go to the Europa League and Lazio crash out completely. And we just about make it to the quarters after beating Real Betis. And we've smashed AC Milan in the quarters 5-2. We could be playing Villarreal, Leverkusen, Barca. Oh, give us Villarreal, please, for once. Give us an easy team. I can't believe it. We actually got Villarreal, and we are in the UCL final. Bayer Leverkusen are the opponents, but I don't even care, guys. Our UCL knockout run was so kind to us. But Leverkusen's team, ladies and gents, is no joke. Look at the starting 11 that they've built over the past 8 years, man. They've got freaking Højlund up top as well. But it looks like the false 9 worked a treat because both Louis Barry and Jacob Eng are both our top goal contributors. 19 and 6 for Jacob Eng and 39 and 13 for Louis Barry. He's been so good since season 1, man. What a play. However, Ben Sakir, not as good as I was hoping for the amount of money we spent on him. 14 goal contributions in 40 games. I was at least hoping he was going to get 20. But this is the Stockport County side heading into the UCL final, and honestly, I feel like we've done a cracking job with them. Not only have we almost completed the fairy tale with them, we've taken some absolute hidden gems from all over the world and turned them into world-class talent. But in the next 90 minutes, we're going to find out if this world-class team are good enough to take on Bayer Leverkusen to once and for all crown themselves the best team in the world. Here we come with Ilic on the left-hand side of the pitch. We're going to find Ben Sakir. He's in acres of room here. We're going to take it around the keeper, and we're going to do a little finesse finish. What a freaking start to the game. Stockport County 1-0. Ben Sakir, I mean, he's not done much all season. 14 goal contributions all game, but look at that, man. In the UCL final, beautiful. Here comes Louis Barry on the attack. He's up against Frimpong, one of the best defenders in this entire game. He's just torn him apart, though. Look at this from Louis Barry. He could go all the way here, get a shot off, and it's blocked. Here come Leverkusen on the attack, though. That's a fantastic save from our keeper, man. What a save. Our turn to attack now, though, as Ilic is on the ball. Louis Barry's on the ball now. We're going to go all the way over Eng. Jacob Eng, the youngster from season 3 or 4. And what a save from Leverkusen's keeper. Raskin to take the corner. That is a beautiful delivery. Can we get anybody's head on it? Ben Sakir is there, and he's just been completely outmatched. But Leverkusen aren't taking any prisoners. They're coming forward on the counter-attack. Al Dakhil, what a defender. Early in the second half, Jacob Eng is indeed on the ball. I see that back post. Oh, that is way too far back post. Come on, man. Fabian is now on the ball, though. I'm looking for that inside run. Jacob Eng, what a first touch that is. And what a save for Bruggen again. We're trying something a little different this time from the corner. Ilic to receive it. We're going to tell, oh, that just didn't work at all, did it? We defo need a second goal, man, because look at Højlund coming forward now. Beraldo has been completely outpaced by him. What a freaking tackle, though, Beraldo. Half an hour to go. Leverkusen take a corner. They go short this time. Wirtz is on the ball. He's still at Leverkusen. He's taking a shot from distance. Good save, Beadle. Here comes Jacob Eng. We've got them on the counter-attack. It's literally Jacob Eng versus Bayer Leverkusen's defence. We're going to come inside. Benzeke. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Ben Sakir assists Louis Barry, the second of the game, with 15 minutes to go. Surely that is the game done and dusted. What a counter that was. Our false 9 front 3 trio tore Bayer Leverkusen's defence apart there. And our star man, who cost literally £900,000 at the start of this video, has put us 2-0 up in the UCL final. What a goddamn story that is. Here we come once again on the counter-attack. Oh my god, Ben Sakir is indeed away. We've got so much room in the open area. Look at that. Louis Barry is going to get his second of the game. done and dusted. Stockport County are the world's best team. But that's the full-time whistle, ladies and gents. We have completed our mission. We've completed the fairy tale with Stockport County. We've made them the best team in the world. That wasn't easy though, guys. It took us 8 years to take Stockport from League 1 to the Championship to the Premier League to the Champions League final. But that is our mission now complete with Stockport County. But if you enjoyed that video, click here to watch you do this with Wrexham. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we're racing Raman to 100,000 subscribers and I am not letting him beat me.